Yeah, man, that's gonna be, to try to keep it short, I mean, because 'cause it's been just, one thing to the next, but, yeah, so I committed to West Point Army, out of high school, and basically, I wanted to, take basketball serious, take academics seriously and everything like that, but I knew military would be a big part. So, talking with the coaching staff at West Point, it was like, "Hey, can I redshirt?" And you can't redshirt there because they want you in and out as quick as possible in the military, to go serve. So what they do is they have a prep school up on campus that allows, athletes and other, students to just go there and, use that as an extra year, basically. So I went through that prep year, and about halfway through, I ended up, leaving. I felt like some things were just, not really fit for me. I love the military. I mean, I love my time there. It definitely taught me discipline, taught me, structure, that's for sure. And I loved it. It just didn't seem like the right fit basketball wise. So about midway through the year, I ended up leaving. Um, and then I found a program, uh, in Connecticut called Putnam Science Academy, and I was blessed to have the opportunity to go there and finish out the year there. That was very testing because it was like, man, I needed to get re-recruited, need to get my name back out there, so I can get recruited again. But it was just hard because East Coast, you're not used to teams like that, so I didn't get much playing time. But we actually ended up winning a national championship, so that was pretty nice. Um, and that's when Southeast Missouri State came and picked me up, SEMO. And so that next year, I went to SEMO and played my freshman year there. Definitely taught me a lot about myself and like the style of game that I can grow into and play. And then also just the relentlessness that kind of came about it. Because in the beginning of the year, I was like fourth string off the bench. If they had another big, I would have been redshirted. They told me, and then by the end of the year, they said I was one of the better players on the team. I was starting. I was averaging pretty great numbers, and so that was kind of like a testament of just who I could be and all this stuff, the player I could be, and just gained a lot of confidence. And ended up leaving there because I felt like, some things were about to happen. Talks about coaches, not being there possibly next year, and culture, kind of going downhill. So I ended up skipping town for that too, and started getting recruited. And then all of a sudden, GCU starts popping back on my radar again. And they had recruited me in high school. They recruited me out of West Point. They recruited me basically numerous times. But it was just like, yeah, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like I was truly trusting going there. And it was nice because Coach Marley was recruiting me as well from GCU, and he'd call me and be like, "Hey, man, like we messed up sometimes during your recruitment. Like we should have pushed a little bit harder, all this stuff. But we truly do want you, and we want to take you serious." And I felt like there was just a major calling to come to GCU, and so that's when I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll come. I'll come home. I'll be able to be elope finally, and that's where I am. But most important thing that I learned throughout all of it is just trust in God in it. I mean, you see how you could be put in so many unknowns of what your next step is, but you see how God intervenes and really truly writes a path. And I mean, throughout it all, there's been huge testimonies in my life where God showed up. I mean, leaving SEMO, I had it was like decided in a weekend. Like if you would have asked me that Friday, I would have been like, yeah, I'm staying. But then Saturday came and it was like, whoa, some stuff happened. Like I don't know, assistant coach got fired. I was like, whoa, like it's kind of crazy. And I was debating it, and then Sunday I went to church, and the sermon was about like purpose, and it was like not know your purpose, but God's going to move you with a purpose. And so it was just crazy that distinct timing that it had with that one weekend where I was questioning things. Um, it was like God laid down the word, and I was like, yeah, like it's truly spoke to me and all this. And then crazy stuff at West Point as well, where like certain letters led to and letters being missed led to me calling a family friend that I usually don't speak to too much, and him laying down some word as well, and it just being completely correlating to the situation I am, and I just need to chase something that I love instead of having a fear of regret. So those things all in all, like it was just a huge testament. And then choosing GCU, like didn't know what I was gonna do. I mean, I was truly stuck. Coach Marley asked me to commit by the end of the night, and the time was coming, and I was like, man, I have no clue what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I can commit here. I have a good feeling, but I don't know. It's just a question. So I turned around and I prayed, and I wasn't uh, too into prayer at the time. I've definitely
Mhm.
grown in my faith since then, and finally truly like had a great relationship built with Christ since then. But didn't pray much. And I turned around and I said, Lord, like, just give me a sign. I have no clue what to do right now. And I was just like, I know Coach Marley's coming out in a minute. Like I have no clue what to decide. And then I was like, just show me a sign. So I turned around and I look at the sky. I was like, what does the sign look like? And then something spoke to me and like it just gave me a hunch. It was like, look at your phone. And my phone was like face down on a bench behind me. I pick it up and it's Coach Marley calling, and he doesn't do much calling. And I mean, I answer. He's like, "Hey, like, just want to let you know I'll be a minute. Like, I'm like coming in a minute. Don't leave." I was like, it was weird because as a head coach, you're not going to let your assistant staff like with the recruit like leave if you have on your agenda like for them to possibly commit. And so
Mhm.
it was like so weird to get that phone call, but it felt like such a sign from God that like, yeah, this is where I want you to be. I mean, it's truly worked out to be as such. So it's been great. It's a crazy journey, but I mean, most of all, it taught me to trust in the Lord and dive deeper into that faith.